What's up guys, my name is JDCut5 and welcome back to another episode of the FC25 Tenerife career mode. Before we do get into this video, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like button, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to also hit that notification button so you never missed a video. Really appreciate all the support on this particular series as of late. I've really seen the kind of engagement as of the moment. I have one bone to pick though. 80% of you are still unsubscribed to the channel. Hit that big red button and also hit that thumbs up button. It really does help me a lot, and that support really does mean a lot. But we start off today's episode against Atletico Bilbao away from home. This is the lineup: Madigan in goal, back four of Hall, Kouassi, Valentini and Rodriguez, with a midfield of Iqbal, Pereira and Rig. Just ahead there we've got Ndumbo, Senhaji and Cruz. Obviously we've had that change in formation now, playing a 4-3-3, so it's slightly different to what you'd normally see and displayed. I feel like we get more kind of attacking waves from this particular formation. We've had a slightly shaky start to the season, very much inconsistent, that's for sure, but let's hope we can get a few decent runs in this game and let's see what we can do there as we look to make a quick start as Senhaji retrieves the ball off Ndumbo, playing it over to Cruz on the decent bit of space there. He makes a lovely run, but at the same time he's dispossessed and it does go out in the end for a throw-in. Chance potentially to be able to create an early goal from this throw-in here as Pereira steps over the throw there, as you can see, looking to be able to offload it to a teammate, but unfortunately the throw-in is poor. But Rodriguez gets back himself in possession there after a decent intervention there, finding his teammate Luzmi Cruz. He's got options as he looks to be able to skip to the right. He finds Senhaji, decent bit of space for himself, but the keeper denies him on that particular opportunity. Great start to this time, really happy with how we started. Can we do something from the corner as Iqbal steps over the corner there? Decent delivery need, and it is exactly that, but no one seems to latch onto the header. But we have been offered another chance from the corner as once again Iqbal steps over the corner. Haven't seen too much from him yet. Can he provide something in this game as he whips the ball in? Decent delivery once again, but the defender's clears as it falls out to Luzmi Cruz. Decent chance to shoot potentially, and it falls straight into the keeper's hands. A few chances early on in the first 7 minutes or so, looking to build on that and see if we can kind of bring it further towards a goal here, as now Atletico Bilbao get themselves in possession, but Valentini with a solid interception, finding his teammate Zidane Iqbal, but unfortunately a poor pass as Iqbal looks to be able to see if he can retrieve possession once again here. As you can see, is Sunset now looking to stride forward for Bilbao. Kouassi making the interception, finding his teammate Dylan Pereira. Luzmi Cruz on the right hand side also, as the ball from Senhaji is not good enough unfortunately there, as Aries there on the left hand side looks to find a teammate Sunset in the middle, tries to do something in the moment, but Chris Rig making a very good challenge there, looking to be able to see if he can create something for himself, striding forward with big pace there as he finds Luzmi Cruz there. He cuts inside, finding Chris Rig, and he gets his goal. It's not very often that we say Chris Rig has gotten on the end of a particular shot and scored, but he has done so on this occasion, and it's Atletico Bilbao 0, Tenerife 1, and we now are in front. A very good start to this game in fairness. We've been really quick in our attacks, and we've been really kind of pressing it in towards the defence of Atletico Bilbao, and this has definitely paid off there. Lovely moment for Chris Rig to be able to bend it in on his left foot into the bottom corner, and we find the back of the net there. Very good start to this game. It's very rare that we start the game in that particular fashion, but very glad that we have done so, and hopefully we can build on it further to be able to gain a greater lead, that's for sure. As now Atletico Bilbao get themselves kicked off for another point in this fixture there. 14 minutes now gone in this tie, and we now are ahead. Bilbao looking to be able to see if they can create an attack straight away as Adley looks to find a teammate on the left hand side. He finds his teammate Aries there with a decent bit of space. Kouassi with the original blocks. It falls out to Giorgio there. We had decent problems from him in previous games, but at least time Lewis Hall goes to see if he can get the tackle in, and he does exactly that, skipping past his man at the same time, doing very well to retrieve the ball and getting it out of danger. Chris Rig on the middle as trying to see if he can create something once again here. The goal scorer is now striding forward, looking to be a good game here for himself as he finds Luzmi Cruz on the right hand side. Yanis Senhaji in support here. He finds Senhaji, and that's an easy save from the keeper. It's a very good chance for him to do something in that moment, but an easy save is made, and that is the end. But as you can see, another attack has bloomed as now Luzmi Cruz in the middle trying to find a teammate. He finds Senhaji once again, and the defender makes a solid block, and it goes out for a corner kick. Iqbal steps over the corner whipped in, deep delivery there as you can see. Kouassi with the header, but it looks to be nothing from that particular one, and in the end it is a goal kick. Pressure's been really mounting on top of the defence of Atletico Bilbao, and we're doing so well in fairness, and definitely defensively also. Chris Rig winning the ball back, finding his teammate David Rodriguez on the right hand side. He makes a run down the byline, finding his teammate Luzmi Cruz. Now Dylan Pereira. Pereira's got space to be able to find a teammate. He's found Chris Rig. Now Rig's moving forward, as you can see, as he looks to find Pereira once again on the right hand side, and he's definitely done so. Moving forward in numbers now. Ball whipped into the area. No one latches onto the header, but Chris Rig does on the outside there, finding his teammate Luzmi Cruz. Back to Chris Rig. He's got a shot off, and And what a finish that is. Chris Rigg has got his shooting boots on today. It's Bilbao 0, Tenerife 2. Chris Rigg at the double there. Very, very good finish, I have to say. And his celebration is an effort for that also. Very, very good challenge. And to be able to kind of win the ball back at the same time of winning the header, putting it onto his teammate, retrieving the ball back once again. And he's done so well with the finish there, as you can see, lamping it on his left foot. It looked a very hard angle to be able to initially kind of take the shot off and do something in that moment. But he's done it superbly. And as you can see, it curls into the top corner. Keeper is getting nowhere near that one. And we have now got a 2-goal lead inside 34 minutes there as Bilbao look to get themselves kicked off for another time in this fixture there as Sunset looks to stride forward. But we win the ball back straight away, finding Ndumbo. And Ndumbo tries to find Sanhaji in space, but not to be on that occasion as they intercept play there, as you can see, as Sunset looks to stride forward, looking to play it over to Adley. It's a good ball, but unfortunately Malagon latches onto it, and that is the end of that particular attack for themselves there as David Rodriguez on the right-hand side finds his teammate Dylan Pereira in space, but he can't seem to find him in terms of the pass. And Dawn now finding his teammate Aries, maybe an attack for Bilbao. Sunset on the ball, he finds Diageo, great space, it's going to be a decent opportunity, and it's a very decent move in ending and a very decent goal. It's a Let's Go Bilbao 1, Tenerife 2, and Adley gets himself on the score sheet there as he celebrates in front of the home support. Wouldn't say it was coming, but a move like that is very hard to stop at the end of the day. It's a solid pass over to Adley, takes a touch, he's got the time to take a touch and thump it home on his left foot. Really well done in fairness for himself, and that's a very, very good effort taken, and they have now got in a 1-goal reach as we get ourselves kicked off. 3 goals in this half so far. Everything is kind of really piping up to be something special in this game as we lose out on the play straight away there as they look to be able to stride forward. Let's Go Bilbao with some sort of momentum now as Sunset finds his teammate Endor in the middle. He finds Adley once again. It's Adley that's in here. He turns his man. He finds Aries. Aries has got a chance. He backheels it. A killer move. And from going to be 2-0 up to now 2-2. Atletico Madrid get themselves back into it before the half-time whistle looks to be blown as they fire 2 goals in short time there. I'm not too sure what's happening in the moment, but we seem to have capitulated into a small kind of part of the game where we're just lacked in concentration and haven't really seemed to be able to do anything with it. Lovely backheel play to Sunset there, and he's in space and he's got a decent amount of time to be able to take the touch and shoot, and he fires it home into the bottom corner. So second half commences then, and we look to be able to build on what we did originally in the first moments of the first half, but definitely not what happened in the end. And as you can see, they're looking to carry on from where they left off there as Diageo looks to be able to do something. He finds his teammate Bioro, and that's a solid challenge from Kouassi, putting it out for a corner kick. Corner kick to be whipped in there. It's a good delivery, I have to say, but no one seems to latch onto it, and that is the end of that particular moment there as Lewis Hall on the left hand side finds his teammate Ndumbo there, as you can see, as he looks to be able to create some space between himself and the defenders. He finds Yanis Sanhaji in support here, as you can see, but Sanhaji on his own, he's got a lot to do from this area. He skips in once, he's got a great chance. Yanis Sanhaji and take a bow, son. What an effort that is. Yanis Sanhaji firing his side back in front. It's Bilbao 2, Tenerife 3, and we are now back into this fixture. How, I'm not too sure in fairness, because it seems to be the momentum was going completely the wrong way against us, but we have fired ourselves back with another chance there. Sanhaji with an individual bit of brilliance there as he skips out about 2 or 3 players with that particular move. Really well done in fairness, and that's hats off to Sanhaji. He hasn't really done much in this game and he's had a few opportunities wasted, but he's done really well in that particular scenario and he gets his goal. Really happy with that one, that's for sure. Can we now build on it? Can we get a second goal to be able to kind of in the second half to be able to really do something as Iqbal makes a solid interception, looking to find Ndumbo there, but he's taken out, and it's a very good challenge, I have to say. Really kind of wouldn't say that's a foul with any means whatsoever. It's Atletico Bilbao on up the other end here, as you can see. It's a lovely interception was made. Dylan Pereira now striding forward. Many opportunities on the right hand side. Luzmi Cruz being one of them. Cruz striding forward. Shelly Hazi in support, as you can see. He might square it. He might take it upon himself, but he has been kind of got rid of that one, and it is a corner kick. Iqbal with a corner whipped in, and Dumbo is there, falls out to Luzmi Cruz. He tries to head onto it. It's Chris Rigg. He's on a hat-trick, bearing in mind, but he can't do anything in that moment, and Bilbao get themselves back in possession here, as you can see, as Sunset finds a ball to Adley. Adley's in space. Adley's got nobody around him. Kouassi looks to be able to catch up with him, but he's missed out. It's Madigan that comes out. It's a super save. Can he follow it up? And he has caught the ball. A very, very good opportunity taken from Madigan to be able to save it in that moment where Adley didn't take his time, and unfortunately he's wasted his opportunities. We look to be able to go up the other end there, and Dumbo making a 1-2 with Lewis Hall there, as you can see, as Lewis Hall makes support as well at the same time, and Dumbo cuts in. He's got space. He's got Luzmi Cruz, and it's fired off the defender of Atletico Bilbao. It won't count as Cruz's goal, but it will count as Tenerife's goal. It's Tenerife that lead for a 2-goal advantage once again. It's Atletico Bilbao 2, Tenerife 4, and we have gained our 2-goal advantage back once again in this tie. Thankfully, Luzmi Cruz took the initial shot there, but as you can see, go on the replay, it falls back to Luzmi Cruz. He takes the initial hit. I'm not too sure if it was originally going in fairness, but it rebounds off the defender, and we have now got our 2-goal advantage back. Hopefully there's too little time for themselves to get back into it, but you just never know as they look to be able to stem another attack here, as Adley's now got a great chance. He finds McGinn, John McGinn, lovely block, and he has got the rebound. It's Atletico Bilbao 3, Tenerife 4. They go up straight up the other end and score there, as you can see. 15 minutes left to play in this tie. Can they get themselves another goal to be able to secure a point, if not a win? Lovely defending initially there, but unfortunately the rebound falls out to McGinn's grasp, and it is a simple tap-in into an empty net there. Aguilar coming off onto the pitch, for Yanis and Hadji, as we look to be able to change up the middle there, and Dumbo switching to Cam, and then we're just going to change it where we've got now on the left-hand side Moreno, and then Rob Cameron coming onto the pitch also there, as you can see, for Zidane Iqbal. 14 minutes left to play in this tie. Can we create something to be able to kind of get this game and put this to bed, in fairness? As Moreno looks to get the ball in, it's Aguilar there, can't seem to latch onto it. It falls back out to Adley there, as you can see. Atletico Bilbao still in with a chance, as Kwasi makes a good challenge there, finding his teammate, as Chris Rigg plays it over to the right-hand side of Luzmi Cruz. Cruz has got support of Aguilar. He takes it down. He's got the shot off, and how he has not scored that, I am not too sure. Everyone in the stadium thought that would go in, and as you can see with the reactions of the bench, you can only kind of assume that that was a big sitter wasted there, as you can see. Really, really unfortunate at the same time for Aguilar, as he knows where the goal is, and he's been very good for us so far, but that on that particular occasion, it wasn't to be there. A Sunset on the ball for Bilbao, finding his teammate on the left-hand side. 9 minutes left to play in this side. Rodriguez with a solid challenge there, can't seem to keep it in possession, and he does concede a throw-in there as they make some substitutions. Chance for the throw-in as Rodriguez makes an interception, but it follows it up. It's a ball into the area. Lewis Hall wins the header, falls back out to his teammate of Atletico Bilbao, as Fernandez on the ball now for Bilbao, finding his teammate on the left-hand side. Rodriguez trying to win the ball back here as the ball is whipped in once again. It's a decent block, and Managon mops up in the end, and it is full time. A very, very nervy encounter where we had a 2-goal advantage on 2 occasions, but Bilbao came fighting back, and hats off to him. But it was Bilbao 3, Tenerife 4. Really, really good tie between 2 great Spanish sides. Luckily, we was able to come out on top and get the victory, but it wasn't made easy, that's for sure. Hats off to Chris Rigg for getting 2 goals in this particular tie, as well as Yanis and Hadji be able to kind of contribute, and the effort from Luzmi Cruz eventually counting as an own goal. But straight away we get ourselves back into another fixture. No time to waste whatsoever, as we now have Champions League action against one of the biggest sides in Europe, Bayern Munich. This is not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination. I definitely feel like this is going to be a big taste of what we kind of can feel for the Champions League. I'm really, really sure that this is going to be mega hard, because they've got some top players, that is for sure, for certain. Looking at our lineup though, we have got Managon in goal as normal there, as you can see. Looking forward to the back four, we've got Cancelo, Bisek, Spiliers and Mikic there. Moving forwards in the midfield there, we've got Alvarez, Buadidi and Ruiz, and then left on we've got Daniel James. On the right we've got Adrian Liso, and up front we've got Geraldo Becker. Bearing in mind Amad Diallo is still out injured, so he's still able to kind of field different wingers compared to what we're normally used to, but I do believe that Adrian Liso has been doing a stellar job on that right hand side. Into the game we now go, as Bayern Munich get themselves kicked off there, as Harry Kane gets things kicked off. He must be getting on a little bit in this save now, but he's still looking to provide the goods for Bayern Munich as they look to make a quick start, but the ball goes out of play on that particular occasion as Adrian Liso throws it over to Marcel Ruiz, looking to play a ball down the byline there, as Liso picks it up, but he can't seem to run into the gap as Munich get themselves back in support of possession. Mustiaja on the ball now as he looks to be able to go forward. Many opportunities, but Buadidi with a solid challenge there as Marcel Ruiz picks up the play. Now Cancelo on the left hand side, not a lot of support for himself, but he finds Daniel James as James looks to be able to strike with the ball on the left, finding his pace there. James now running into the area, he squares it to Geraldo Becker, and he gets a lovely shot off, but he doesn't get his goal. Really good opportunity wasted, I feel like, at the same time, but a good chance, and that's for sure, as we now go into the 30th minute. Another bit of defensive effort there made, as you can see, as Daniel James looks to find Geraldo Becker. Can he latch onto it? Yes, he can. He might be one-on-one with the keeper, and that is a super save from the keeper once again there, keeping his side in it. 31 minutes played, corner whipped in, Daniel James with a decent delivery as the keeper makes a top save from that initial effort from Bisek, as it looks to go out for another corner. Chance for Daniel James to whip the ball in there. Ball whipped into the area. Liso tries to latch onto it, not to be on that occasion there, as Cancelo now trying to do something in this moment, as Paulinho running forward, finding his teammate Harry Kane in a decent bit of space, but Spiliers gets involved. Now João Cancelo on the left hand side. We're competing well with the top side of Bayern Munich. Ball to be whipped into the area potentially as Cancelo's on the ball in the edge of the area. He finds his teammate with Reeds. Reeds now skipping past one. He finds Geraldo Becker, and the ball is being blocked. How that is not gone in, I'm not too sure, but ball falls out to Bissek there, as you can see, as he touched it down nicely, finding a teammate potentially on the left-hand side, but he is depossessed, and it looks to be the end of that particular moment there, as you can see. Looking to put the ball out of play as Buadidi wins out the tackle, putting it out for a throw-in, as he looks to follow it up with a header there, as you can see, but not to be on that occasion, as Bayern Munich looks to stride forward. Elise down the right-hand side, looking to create a bit of space between himself and the defenders, as he finds Harry Kane. Harry Kane to Musiala. Musiala now, and that is a decent effort, blocked it looks to be, and it will be a corner kick. Elise with the corner whipped in, it's Canate there, and it falls into the hands of Malagon, and that will be the half-time whistle blown. Solid half against a very decent opposition, I felt, and we're really in for the running to be able to do something in this moment as Daniel James looks to retrieve the ball off a kickoff. He loses out straight away though, as Elise looks to find a ball to be able, potentially he's his striker. As you can see on the right hand side is Musiala. Kane in support at the same time. He retrieves the ball. We don't want to allow him enough time with the ball because he can score goals. We know that for certain. Harry Kane with a curler blocks. Ito now on the ball as Mikic gets completely taken out, and the referee has seen enough of that particular play, and it will be a free kick there. João Cancelo takes the ball nice and early as Villiers now on the ball, finding Mikic on the right hand side. He looks to turn his man, finding Alvarez on the right now, as you can see. Alvarez striding forward, finding Ruiz now over to Geraldo Becker. Becker to Liso. Liso now running forward here, as you can see. Maybe could create something here as he's got not a lot in support, but he might do something as he whips the ball in. It's Geraldo Becker, and what a pass it is from Liso, and what a goal that is from Geraldo Becker. It's Tenerife 1, Bayern Munich 0. Geraldo Becker opens up the scoring with the 52 minutes being broken the deadlock, and we are now in front for the first time in this fixture, and we have seen our first goal. What a move that was from Liso. Not a lot of support around the surrounding areas whatsoever, but he cuts inside. A lovely pass to Becker as he makes the sprinting run. The keeper is left stranded in that moment, and he pokes it past him to be able to put it into the back of the net to make it 1-0. Really happy with that move, and I'm glad that we've been able to get the goal. The game hasn't been easy by any stretch of the imagination whatsoever, but we've done really well in this moment in time, and we have now got our goal as Harry Kane now on the ball for Bayern Munich as he looks to be able to do something potentially. Spiliers makes a decent interception. Looks as if I'm Mikic on the right hand side, and he is found. He cuts in on the left, finding Marcel Ruiz there as the ball's played out to Carlos Alvarez. Many in support as Geraldo Becker's being one of them as he latches onto the ball from Alvarez. Becker's got not a lot around him there as he looks to cut in on the right and find a teammate. Adrian Liso is found. It's Adrian Liso, and he gets his goal not so long after setting up Geraldo Becker. Becker is set up Adrian Liso, and he gets his goal. It's Tenerife 2, Bayern Munich 0, and we're pulling the Germans completely apart in what could be an absolute emphatic win for the Tenerife team. This is unbelievable stuff that we are seeing at the moment on this pitch. Liso with a fine finish on his left foot, poking it past the keeper, and I cannot believe what we are seeing in this current state of this second half, because we are absolutely dominating and we're providing the moments and we're getting the goals, and it's exactly what needed to be able to win this tie. Really happy with that, and Liso has performed absolutely stellar in this game. An assist and now a goal. Can we build on that? Can we get a third potentially? I'm not too sure. Don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. So as Liso finds Harry Kane there as they look to kick things off from the kickoff. Now, as you can see, they're striding forward in support. Red shirts are flying forward, but Bissek with a good interception, and he just gets rid in the end there, not trying to kind of mess around with it whatsoever. Just get rid of the play and make sure that nothing happens from that moment. Throw in taken. Michael Elise on the right hand side looks to cut in on the left there, as you can see, but Cancelo strong in the tackle, but Elise still remains in possession, getting past Cancelo, and that is a solid save from Malagon. Not too sure who initially hit it there, but Harry Kane being played in, and that was a poor clearance that resulted in the goal, and I'm pretty sure that's Pellegrini that's latched onto that one. It's Tenerife 2, Bayern Munich 1 there, as you can see, as the bench kind of really happy about that moment in time. Liso wins the initial header, but it kind of just goes the wrong way. It falls to Harry Kane. It's a simple pass to Pellegrini, and unfortunately the poor defending work in the end was the end of that one. Aguilar coming onto the pitch for Geraldo Becker as we look to be able to switch things up with Diarra coming on for Buadidi to be able to give us a little bit more kind of stableness in that midfield with 10 minutes left to play. As you can see, a ball being played out to the left hand side, misplaced straight away as Adrian Liso steps over the throw in there, looking to find a teammate there, just taking his time with it also. He finds a teammate, he finds Aguilar there in a decent bit of space, finding Adrian Liso on the right hand side. Nobody in the box to pump it to though as Liso runs in. He finds a decent bit of space, finding his teammate Marcel Ruiz, but he just can't seem to get that final ball off that we really needed there. But what a challenge it is from Diarra, winning back possession. Adrian Liso now on the right hand side. He could get the ball into the area. Alvarez is there. Canate winning the header. He much taller taller than Alvarez, that's for sure. But Elito back in possession here, as you can see on the right-hand side, finding his teammate Marcel Ruiz. Ruiz now over to the right of Mikic. Mikic running with the ball. This is looking really good for Tenerife. Mikic with a ball in potentially. He whips the ball in there, but Restes makes a decent save in the end, and it looks to be the end of that particular attack there, as you can see, as he runs to the edge of the area, throwing it out to his teammate. And now Pellegrini striding for the number 8 for Bayern Munich, previously getting a goal in this game. Can he get a second? Leroy Sané keeping touch Mikic. This could be really dangerous for ourselves to be able to do something, as Musiala finds his teammate Harry Kane. Now back to Musiala, and that is a solid challenge from Spiliers. Now Marcel Ruiz finds an attack here as Adrian Lito looks to find Aguilar. He's all on his own, but could he do something? He's got the fresh legs to do so. He's 1-on-1, and Aguilar gets the final goal in this game. It's Tenerife 3, Bayern Munich 1, and it looks to be that we have secured a triumphant victory against what could be one of the best sides in Germany history. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Aguilar has been a staple of what we've really needed in terms of a substitute really coming on and changing the game. He's got a massive talent behind him, and he definitely could be a big future star, that's for sure. What a finish that is past the keeper to put it into the top corner, and that makes the last few minutes in his tie that's slightly bit easy with that goal. Just looking back on that there, he bumps it on his right foot. Keeper being left dead in that moment. He's got so much pace about him at the same time with the fresh legs. There was no match for him against the defence, and the full-time whistle has been blown. Tenerife 3, Bayern Munich 1, and we have picked up a massive 3 points against a side that I potentially thought that would get absolutely battered against. We played out of our skin in that moment. There didn't look a moment in time where we looked really poor, in fairness. Aguilar has got the plaudits there at the end of the game, but in terms of the whole side, we were absolutely superb. Geraldo Becker and Adrian Lito linking up perfectly. The defence was really good. The midfield was really good. I was really happy with our overall performance, and let's hope we can bring it into our third and final game of the episode as we face Sevilla away from home, a team that we've always competed fairly well against, but at the same time we know it could be a potential struggle, knowing the team that they are at this moment in time, because they are a good side. They always have been in Spanish football, in fairness, when you look at the Unai Emery days especially. But looking at this particular team, Malagon in goal, back four of Lewis Hall there, as you can see, with Vasquez, Valentini and Rodriguez. Now moving forward to Iqbal and Dumbo and Rig. Left hand side Moreno, right hand side Luzmi Cruz and Aguilar as your lone striker today. They're switching up slightly, just trying to see what this will do in this moment with fitness issues and so on. So let's get straight into this game as Sevilla get themselves kicked off there. Opportunity to be able to create something straight away as they look to be able to go into the middle, finding Armando Broja. Broja now on the left hand side, finding his teammate, potentially to be able to go forward once again as Broja now finds his teammate. This could be a great start for Sevilla, in fairness, but deep possessed from Jamie Vasquez as Iqbal gets it clear, finding Ndumbo facing his former side. He has been taken out in that moment. Referee looks to issue a yellow card, and dribble so is into the book in these first few minutes of this tie. Good start for ourselves to be able to retrieve the foul and be able to kind of get a yellow card for the opposition. Let's build on this now from the free kick as Chris Rigg in the middle can't find his team out on the right hand side. He might have had a good game against Bilbao, but will he follow that up a game against Sevilla there as he looks to be able to challenge for the ball? Juve on the ball now, finding his teammate PK. PK now back to Juve, it seems to be. Picks it up, he goes back once again. The 1-2's flying about left, right and centre. Valentini tries to retrieve the ball off of the attacker there, as you can see, and he does exactly that, using his presence to be able to retrieve the ball. Iqbal finds Ndumbo, now once again losing out in possession. There seems to be that we can't hold the ball for long durations, as now once again they stride forward and a decent bit of support at the same time, trying to do something in this moment. It's very hard to defend against this side at the moment because they move the ball very quickly and they move in numbers, but corner conceded there after Lewis Hall getting stuck in, and they've got a chance from the corner potentially to do something in this moment. Corner to be whipped into the area there, as you can see. Deep delivery potentially, and it is a deep delivery. Ball whipped in when header is won there, as Ndumbo now looks to find a team out on the left hand side, but the ball just couldn't really seem to find him in the end. If it were to have done so, he would have been in, but now Sevilla now going forward. A decent bit of space then for El to create something as he turns his man. He's got a free shot at goal. It's Armando Broja. He takes his time, he puts it onto his teammate, and he thumps it into the back of the net. It's Sevilla that take the lead. It's Tenerife 1, Tenerife 0, Sevilla 1. Really poor at the end, because realistically that could have gone either way, where we actually could have gone on and scored, but not to be on that occasion. I feel like we've got a very tough mountain to climb in this moment in time as the 30th minute is reached. Still no real chances created from ourselves whatsoever, as Sevilla look to be able to punish us in the moment there, as Pico there picking it up. Jamie Vasquez with an interception, finding Chris Rigg there as Rigg puts it onto Ndumbo, the former Sevilla man there, looking to find a teammate on the right hand side, and Luzmi Cruz is being played in. Aguilar's in support, but the poor ball is being whipped in once again, and it is a corner kick, potentially a chance from the corner, who knows, as Ndumbo steps over the corner, ball to be whipped into the area. Valentini is there, he whips it onto the header, but a decent save from Marcin Bolka, the ex-Chelsea and PSG man, coming to his knees there. But a foul has been made in the box, but no actual kind of foul given, it seems to be, but I think that might be a potential injury for Sevilla. I'm not too sure who is on the floor for this moment in time, but he looks to be in some discomfort, and it looks to be that Sevilla are going to be forced into a change in the 34th minute. Looking to be one of the defenders went up for the corner, and he's been absolutely squished by Valentini. I feel like it's just a coming together, and unfortunately he's come out on the worst of it, and Juve has been injured. Unfortunately, he will be going off the pitch, and he will be substituted there, but Jared Bowen looking to be able to see if he can do something straight away from the free kick. Well, it looks to be a kind of drop ball more than anything. I don't think it was a foul given by any means whatsoever, as now Jared Bowen on the right hand side finds his teammate there. As you can see in the middle is Armando Broja, really doing well as an output. Broja there as he finds his teammate on the left hand side. Back to his teammate goes Peque. Now a potential chance for Broja. He's getting on goal, he's turned his man, he won't shoot but he will do so in time, and the referee has given a penalty. I actually can't believe, I think this is potentially the softest penalty that I've ever seen in my whole time playing EA games. This is unbelievable. Jamie Vasquez goes into it, hasn't tripped him over by any means, he's just looked to kind of fall into the floor after a slight shove, and the referee's given it. So he steps up from the 6-yard spot and he puts it away. Malagon goes the right way, but not to be done, and it's Jared Bowen that makes it Tenerife 0, Sevilla 2, as he celebrates in front of the home support. This is not looking good by any means whatsoever, and we really need to get ourselves back into the tie as soon as we possibly can. Otherwise, I can feel it slipping away from our grasp. A really good attempt from Malagon to be able to dive the right way, but not to be on that occasion, so we make some substitutions there, and Dumbo going over to the left. Moreno will come off for Dylan Pereira, and maybe that will kind of help us in terms of going forward. I'm not too sure, but Dylan Pereira retrieving the ball off the kickoff there, as you can see, looking to find a teammate on the left hand side, but his first pass is misplaced, but we do win a throw in. Lewis Hall finding his teammate and Dumbo on the left hand side. He's been switched from the middle to the left, and he finds Aguilar in space. Aguilar is in here, and he has got his goal. Won't get too excited just yet, but Aguilar picks that ball up to know that put it straight back on that spot and get ourselves going once again. It's Tenerife 1, Sevilla 2, and we're in with a fighting chance now this time, and Dumbo switches to the left and he gets his assist straight away there as the ball is played into Aguilar. Decent effort on his right foot in fairness, and he hasn't really had too much to say in this first half, but in the second half he has definitely done well in that moment, that's for sure. As now Peque on the ball, finding his teammate Gattoni on the left hand side off the kickoff there, looking for an opportunity to create a third goal potentially there on the left, as he finds Peque in the middle. Peque now over to Broja, he's got a great chance but he has been dispossessed as Valentini clears, finding Dylan Pereira as the misplaced pass on the right hand side. That's 2 misplaced passes for Dylan Pereira so far. Not the best of starts in this second half, I have to say, as Gattanuni there is dispossessed, and Dylan Pereira from the throw and finally gets his right pass off from the throw, as now Lismi Cruz finds him on the right hand side. Aguilar in support, he tries to play him in, but once again a poor pass from Pereira. It's not good enough whatsoever. Misplacing passes and losing possession in decent places of the pitch is not what we want whatsoever. And now Sevilla have got a great chance here in this moment in time, as Broja is found. It's a lovely save from Malagon, looked to be straight at the keeper, and we do get it clear. And Dumbo on the left hand side finding Dylan Pereira in support, and Dumbo once again there making the run down the byline. He's been really good on that left-hand side. He's a very versatile player in fairness, but he does lose possession, and Armando Broja picks up the ball, turning his man. He does so well in fairness, finding Jared Bowen on the right-hand side. He looks to skip inside, finding his teammate. Now Broja, he's got a great chance from a decent bit of six. It's Broja once again, and he has been denied. Malagon really on his toes in this game. He might have conceded 2 goals, but he made some super save. Corner whipped in, Malagon with the save there. Falls back out to Iqbal. He tries to clear his lines, and he definitely does that in the end. Looking to find Luzmi Cruz on the right-hand side, but the ball is misplaced eventually, and Sevilla get themselves back in possession there. Gattoni on the ball, finding Peque there in a decent bit of space, trying to do something in this moment in time there as he skips past a few midfielders. He finds Jared Bowen. It's onto Armando Broja. He doesn't take his chance, but he does now on this occasion, and he puts it over to his teammate to make it Tenerife 1, Sevilla 3. And you can only believe with half an hour left to play in this tie that that's pretty much that done. A 2-goal advantage now, and he might not have his shooting boots on today, but Broja has definitely got his passing boots on, and a decent pass made to his teammate once again. Substitution made as Jamie Vasquez comes on for Cuenca. I feel like Cuenca probably might be a slight improvement in this tie, because Vasquez has been slightly poor in fairness, and I feel like he's been an inroad for what Sevilla have been able to do in this moment, but just can't seem to hold on to the ball in this moment. We've really kind of been depossessing ourselves more than anything, as Cuenca makes a good interception there, finding Iqbal. Iqbal now over to Dylan Pereira as he finally makes a decent pass, finding Ndumbo. Aguilar in support, and he finds Aguilar. He's got time to be able to do something. It's Aguilar, and that's a super save from Bolka there as he puts it out for a corner kick. 68 minutes on the clock. Chris Rigg in the middle now, trying to find a teammate, but not to be on that occasion there. As Sevilla now strides forward, finding Armando Broja. They've looked really good in attack, in fairness to Sevilla. They have really not put a foot wrong in this game, apart from conceding that one goal. As Jared Bowen now looking to get past Lewis Hall, and he's definitely done that. Many in support, ball whipped into the area. It's a decent opportunity, and Managon collects comfortably in the end. Zidane Iqbal coming off the pitch for Diarra there, as we look to be able to change up the midfield. 12 minutes left to play, and if we get a goal now, then we could potentially make it interesting, as Chris Rigg is wiped out, advantage being played. Aguilar finds Luzmi Cruz on the right hand side with a potential attack being created here, as Luzmi Cruz runs into the area. He skips inside, he's got a teammate to find potentially, but not to be on that occasion. He fancied it for himself, but it didn't really seem to work out. With 10 minutes left on the clock, we really feel like we could get one goal and kind of make a lot of pressure on the Sevilla defence, that's for sure. But that original tackle being put in the book there as a Goumet is into the book for that challenge on Chris Rigg. It was a very, very poor challenge, I have to say. But that will be the end of Chris Rigg's game there, as he comes off to the pitch for the Scottish player Rob Cameron. Rob Cameron hasn't had too many minutes in this particular season so far, and I'm going to struggle to be able to fit him in fairness, with the midfield options that we have got. But I feel like if Iqbal doesn't really pick up his game, then I feel like he might have an intervention at some point in time. But we shall see. This game hasn't really gone well for us whatsoever. As you can see, we win back the ball, we lose it. We win back the ball, we lose it. It's very kind of hit and miss for ourselves, but we can see the throw in there. As you can see, Sevilla look to be able to put this game to bed. With 3 minutes left to go, even if we were to get a goal at this point in time, I feel like it would be too little too late. As Diarra makes a good interception, finding Dylan Pereira as he puts it over to Rob Cameron. It's a lovely ball over to Luzmi Cruz, in fairness. Aguilar in support, and Cruz gets past his man. He's only got 2-on-2. He finds Aguilar. It's a lovely move, and it's a lovely goal. But looking at the clock, we've reached the 90th. He gets the ball off the keeper, but I can only feel like it's too little too late in this moment in time to realistically do anything and beat ourselves another goal. It's a very well worked move, and once again Aguilar has found the back of the net, and there's not a game that he really doesn't seem to do so, because he has really got his shooting boots on this season. I wasn't too sure about this kind of signing at the moment, to be able to sign an unknown player that could potentially be good in time, but he could really be a staple for what we want in terms of going forward and really climb up the ratings, that's for sure. But as you can see, only +2 on the clock, and Sevilla have gone straight up the other end to create an opportunity. So once we retrieve the ball, if we do, then it will be too little too late, as Quentin makes the interception, finding Valentini, and he actually steadied the ship when he came on, in fairness. But full-time whistle has been blown. Tenerife 2, Sevilla 3. We lose out on points in the end, and unfortunately it was a decent tie for Sevilla to be able to get the win, and it was fully deserved, in fairness. I feel like if we actually got a point from that, then I wouldn't feel like it's deserved whatsoever, because they had a lot of chances that they didn't convert at the same time. So probably got let off the hook in terms of the actual scoreline itself. It probably looked closer than it actually was, but in fairness to ourselves, it wasn't the best of games there. Adrian Liso to want to be played the next game, and so is Mikic. And Amid Diallo has mentioned he's feeling much better in himself. He's a massive player for ourselves, so I'm hoping to see him soon, and hopefully we'll get him on the pitch and see what he can do in a Tenerife shirt, that's for sure, because he'll be a massive, massive player for us. And he does return from injuries. He can rejoin the first team training sessions. It's just whether how long it will take to get him on the pitch. Just got a simulation game against Valencia away from home. Hopefully we can kind of get a result, and we've definitely done that on that particular occasion. Could have been 3 if Alvarez wasn't to miss the penalty, but Daniel James and Sharada Becker convert there to be able to get a clean sheet also, and a 2-0 victory. Happy to see that after losing out to Sevilla, so at least we've got 3 points from another game in that moment, and hopefully we can kind of build on that even further forward, that's for sure. But yeah, it's going to be tough this year, there's no doubt about it. Other teams improve around us, and we've just got to do the same, in fairness. Amad Diallo letting him know he's 100% recovered, so if he is fit to play, then we'll definitely play him, but at the same time, I've got to be careful about his injury. And also we've got to mention from Luzmi Cruz, as he mentions, that Amad Diallo is fit, but we need to be able to trust him, as it's a big moment for himself in his career. I feel like he's done a stellar job on that right hand side, and he's filled in really well, and there's no reason why he won't get game time, as long as he's happy kind of rotating between himself and Amad Diallo. As well, we've obviously got talents like Adrian Liso, and also Ndumba on that left hand side, and we've also got Daniel James, so it's going to be tough, but I really feel like it will kind of work out well for them in the end. Last simulation of the episode, and we face Dynamo Zagreb in the Champions League, and we make it 2 wins out of 2 in the Champions League, as Marcelo Ruiz and Dylan Pereira get on the score sheet there. Better game from Dylan Pereira, it seems to be, as we able to walk away with all 3 points and a clean sheet also in the Champions League. More message to be mentioned there, as Zidane Iqbal is very happy about the game time he's been receiving. Amad Diallo mentions that he knows he's not 100% yet, but he would like to be picked, and I feel at the end of the day I need him to be fit. As soon as he's fit, he can play, but at the same time, if he's not fit, then I cannot put him on the pitch. It's as simple as that. I really have to be careful with the moves that we make, and hopefully he doesn't pick up another injury from that point onwards. And Noah Mikic mentioned that he's very happy with the game time he's been receiving. He's our main right back at the end of the day. He's got a big future at the club, and hopefully he can get better from there on now. Now, as with the games done, we're going to be looking at another simulation game because we missed out on our particular simulation game in one of the episodes, and we faced Osasuna, a 3-2 victory there. Gerardo Becker, Daniel James, and Adrian Liso all getting on the score sheet to be able to get a win, and it looked to be a very tight game there with 2 goals scored from Osasuna also, but Gerardo Becker nicked it right at the death with an 85-minute winner. Looking at the table now, we're getting a fair few games in, so it's interesting to see where we are at this point of the season. Looking down at the bottom, Girona outgen Las Palmas. Las Palmas still without a win, and the only team to be without a win at this moment in time in the season. Very surprised to see Girona all the way down in 18th. It's a team that we used to struggle against, and a team that's been able to require a lot of European football, but not to be on this occasion. It seems to be a poor season from themselves. But looking at this moment in time, we've played 11, we've won 8, we've drawn none, but we've lost 3. Currently sitting on 24 points compared to Barcelona's 26. Real Madrid are yet to have a game played, and so is Villarreal. So they could be able to go up into second and first depending on their results. But we are in a good position, I feel. We've got Derby in our next game, so it's going to be a very, very good game against Las Palmas, and I feel like we're in a good position at this moment in time to maintain the pace and be able to kind of keep up the big boys. But we shall see for the rest of the season, that's for sure. It's a very long season, so hopefully we can get the job done and be able to achieve the target of winning the Liga for the first time in our history. But for now, that is it for this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Please like and subscribe for more content, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.